1:45 for Wesley, 2:16 for Fabiano Caruana. Still 5 moves to make for both of them.
And we did, pardon me, Wesley did like your approach to the position, which was a nice, clear one too. Knight G2, Bishop F7, Queen B5. Still going after those dark squares.
D5, D4 played here, and yeah, you still feel like it's possible here to lose control. It's possible to to suddenly find yourself in a position which is not entirely
one-sided as you wanted it.
Yeah, but you also feel that you have to be winning.
He does have a cute line. He can play E6.
You play E6. Yeah, you can and you should. Yeah,
yeah, you can and you should. And I think this was the point of Queen B5. That you now can take on D4, and you don't have a good way to recapture this.
Because
why is C takes D4 so horrible?
I assume that I get
There's
something.
a check on the back. Oh, pardon me, back here. Immediately.
No, E6, Bishop E6.
So you include E6.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bishop Peter.
CD, and something I assume wins, but I'm not entirely sure what. Yeah, check. I go somewhere.
Well,
let's say F7. I don't know.
F7.
Like Knight F4. No, this looks terrible.
Yeah, this looks horrific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look really, really bad.
And sorry, once again the times and then the
it's
move
3
number?
minutes 10 seconds for Wesley, 2:16 for Fabiano.
And move number is
35. So about to make 36.
35. Pardon me. So right here, this is our moment. D4 on the board, and is E6 necessary? Is it the
White is better if you don't do it, but it's better not winning. E6 probably is just winning on the spot, where everything else allows Fabi somewhat back into the game.
Really?
Difference being that if you include CD here, Queen C1 check starts being a threat, so you have to dedicate some. Yeah, but he's playing E6. Yeah, it's Wesley. Wesley doesn't miss many short tactics.
I was even looking at the move Queen E2 prior to E6, by the way. Queen E2, gift me the pawn on G4. But, as you say, E6, Bishop takes E6 on the board, CD, and Wesley saying,
if you want to
give me the opportunity for Queen G5. Sorry,
yeah,
Peter.
if you want to generate some kind of hope for yourself, maybe you play Queen B6 here and at least drive the queen away from good squares before recapturing on D4. But then you will have to recapture with the rook. After Queen E2, C takes D4, Queen takes E4 looks absolutely horrendous. So you take with the rook. And then your structure is so broken up that I can play. I mean, no, one thing we don't do, I think, is we don't take on D4 here. We go, I mean, D3 probably is winning, but maybe even keeping the rooks on is quite good. Let's say we play Rook C2. Rook C2 followed by Knight E3, and then this entire structure is like it just starts falling apart.
So safe.
The king on G1 will never be challenged in any way, shape, or form. Yeah,
True.
So, nice game by Wesley, but a really, really mystifying decision by Fabi to not take on B2 earlier, I think.
I think you put your finger on the pulse as well, Peter. The decision to capture that awkward bishop on E3.
That was also
that knight.
Yeah, that was also I thought kind of a
a
strange choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Wesley certainly looking as a
Fabi down to a minute.
happy.
It's move 36, so with the 32nd increment, this is not as bad as it looks. But the problem is really that the position is horrible, not that he is down on the clock.
But he has to play Queen B6, right? Is there another move?
Yeah, like if you play C takes D4, I assume you just get mated.
Yeah.
This is a position we stopped. We just stopped after Knight F4.
It's painful to look at. Yeah.
Exactly. And Alejandro, we had actually had this conversation about Fabi kind of misfiring for quite some time. I mean, at one time, clearly the world number 2 by quite a margin, slipping, and just barely in the top 10.
Yeah, he's had a rough few months. I mean, starting with the second half of the candidates.
Right.
That things have gone downhill for Fabiano Caruana significantly.
Exactly.
It's very rare to see Fabiano lose more than one game per tournament. In the Olympiad, he actually lost a bunch. He dropped a lot of rating, and he hasn't been able to really come back. I mean, he had an okay rapid and blitz, finished third at the end, but his classical is where it's mostly suffering. Actually, his rapid and blitz ratings are still up there. But classical, he seems to be not on shape. I mean, I'll be honest, Fabi's the type of player that finds this queen d7 against Lanier no problem.
Exactly. That's he was great calculator.
Great calculator.
Right.
Not so much yesterday, right? And here again, he just misfires, doesn't calculate rook takes b2 properly, ends up in a terrible position. I don't know. Things are going wrong for Fabiano Caruana. I know that he is just trying new things, but something needs to stick.
Exactly. Rook takes d4, as you prescribed, Peter, on our screen. Yeah, b2, b3, you mentioned as one very good move. You don't take on d4, you said.
I really hate giving black
any
a passer of any kind. Yeah, like,
but
probably still winning.
Here,
yeah,
though,
I would assume
mean,
it's still winning, but why would you give black hope here?
Well,
whatever slim hope there may be, I just wouldn't be doing that. Okay, Wesley disagrees, but
he still wants to be a member of the Pawn Grubbers Association, does Wesley. So rook takes d4, c takes d4, gift me the pawn, queen takes e4. Yes, you can take on a2, but I will take on g4, I'm assuming, as Wesley is. And also the knight, by the way. The knight is so wonderful in these positions.
And perhaps now with the position really settling, we can bring back the actual breaking news again in the Carlsen-Niemann game.
Yes, what is the breaking news?
Magnus had very, very serious drawing chances, and this is possible